podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
Hey, Daddy.
You fight with nobody.
This a dollar beat. This a dollar beat.
BoxingWords.com.
You won the belt with nobody.
BoxingWords.com.
This a dollar beat.
You never gonna get the fight, man. You're a horrible fighter.
BoxingWords.com.
Payday. You want payday. I know that. Oh, look this guy. There's a plan to go for the belt, and I'm coming, man. I'm coming, my friend. Get the fuck out of here, man. Please, get the fuck out of here, man.
BoxingWords.com.
Because I'm gonna fuck you out right now, motherfucker.
BoxingWords.com.
Canelo, are you ready? ¿Está preparado? I was born ready.
Considered by many to be, pound for pound, the best fighter in the world today. 4 division, 5-time world champion.
Oh, look this guy.
He is now boxing's first ever undisputed super middleweight champion of the world.
Damas y caballeros de Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico.
¡Viva México, cabrones! You know my level, and you will see, because I'm gonna fuck out everybody.
You know, I mean, I would love to fight Canelo. I would love to show the world that I'm the best.
I want to get Canelo out here to Houston.
Oh, Canelo, where your cojones at? Let's get it.
Payday. You want payday. I know that. Man, you fight with nobody.
TheBoxingBoys.com.
Listos, pelos, chingazos.
He smacked the shit out of Canelo in
Get
person.
the fuck out of here, man. Please. I'm gonna knock out this guy.
The coronation is complete. All hail King Canelo.
Mira, en este momento puedo hacer lo que yo quiera, ¿no?
Saul Canelo Alvarez.
SDS Promotions.
That's funny. You think that's funny?
A little bit. What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Inhale, exhale. I mean, what it do? The king is here to join alongside. We're going to be talking some boxing. Some breaking news, man. Some breaking news here, I mean. I don't know if you know, but seems like Oscar De La Hoya has told us that Vergil's moving up. And you know, it's an amazing moment for me because this is coming off the back of one of our shorts where we were discussing Vergil and the fact that he was going up divisions. So Oscar came to our comment section and commented and made it clear that Vergil isn't suffering any sickness and he will dominate 154. So this is Oscar right here in the comment section of the TBV Instagram letting us know that Vergil's moving up because obviously in our video we were speculating whether or not he was going to move up and, you know, letting the people know that he's eating himself out of 2 divisions without being able to win a world title. Now, in our pre-pro, you know, some of our members are saying that Vergil is going through something far more severe and Oscar could be capping. Kind of the way that he does with Ryan. He's like, oh, we got something tremendous planned with Ryan. And then Ryan comes out on Twitter and he's like, well, I already told you what I want. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Do what I tell you to do. So he still is his promoter, and Vergil and Oscar have never had any issues that I remember, let alone publicly. But yeah, man, that's the synopsis. This is what we're here to talk about. Vergil Ortiz, off the back of the cancellation of the Amantis Stenonius fight and the possibility of him moving to 154 because Oscar confirming it.
Well, I got a lot to unpack. I can't see you on the on the internal video, but I guess I'll be able to gauge your reaction. But
let me come back. Hold on. Let me do that for him again then. Maybe that should be working.
Claro.
You better?
Perfect.
Okay.
Now, we're breaking this news. Vergil Ortiz, before the fighter's broken. If I, understand it correctly, I think he had, what is this, the third pullout. He's been struggling to make weight. I don't know if they would say it's a pre-existing medical condition, whatever it is. We never know with Oscar, but one thing I'll tell you is Golden Boy hates to give up real estate at 147. In Oscar's mind, we had at least one building on the block, that is the welterweight division. Now he's, priced himself or outweighed himself out the neighborhood. Vergil can't compete. I don't know how he'll fare at 154. I don't even know that it was, like I said, I don't even know that weight is the actual issue. I need somebody to clear it up for me about that pre-existing medical condition that he apparently suffered from, because that'll let me know whether this is just Oscar up to his old antics or whether this is a much needed move before the fighter's broken. You know what I mean? You don't want to hurt the young man. So
yeah, man, I don't know what direction they go, because like moving to 54, it's a dangerous move. Can those belts scatter? Quite possibly. Quite possibly, but I feel like the majority will remain with PBC because they're going to position it that way. If Charlo loses to Canelo, those belts will be positioned versus another PBC fighter. Maybe that's Tim Tszyu, but then they lock him in contract or something like that. I don't see where Vergil, becomes a WBC. Not WBC, but a 150. I mean, it's just hard. I mean, you got guys like Lubin still out there hungry. Arias is still hungry. And then I know Arias just suffered a loss at the hands of Lubin, but I'm saying these guys are
he'd have to prove himself against a guy like Arias to even let us know that he can hang at 154. I don't know if Nate Gallimore's retired, but he'd have to start at the.
No, Nate is retired, but
you see where I'm going?
But that's my point, though. I mean, like, his entire career has been a rebuild, right? It's like at 140, we're grooming you for a title shot. Damn, you can't make 140 no more. Plus, you blaming it on the stable, Mikey, Jose Ramirez, so you moving up. Now you at 147, we're grooming you for a title. We're not putting you in there. You had title opportunities. We holding you back. We're grooming you, waiting for the right time. All of a sudden, now you can't make weight again. And we're going to restart that process. I mean, how old is he? If Earl's 31, 32, what? How old is these guys? Didn't they fight in the amateurs?
I want to say Vergil is about 26, 27 maybe?
I mean, Danny Garcia, what am I going to say? Danny Garcia was a 2-division champ at 27 years old. One-time unified already. At 27.
You're correct. And let's go back to what I said, though. Oscar is selfishly trying to just keep real estate wherever he can, because remember, Golden Boy is the one entity. They'll put their boys on the track. They'll send them over wherever. So if he feels like he could have held that real estate at 47, he would have held Vergil there to Vergil's detriment. Now, again, to Vergil's detriment at 54, in his mind, well, yeah, if Charlo moving up and Tim Tszyu get the belts, and I could send my boy across the street with a note saying, Gloria, can I borrow some food? I'm dead broke.
I don't know. I'm going to pull up the rankings at 54 and, screen share them, spread them across so it makes it easy for everybody to see. And we gonna have to play a game. Who does Vergil beat? You know, again, are we grooming him? Because are we putting him in there with Devin Alexander's brother, Vaughn? You know, or are we going straight for some of the names, the Erickson Lubins, the Fondoras, you know, Jamonte Clark? You know what I'm saying? There's some names out there. Like, is he going to be able to do that? So right now I'm screen sharing. And this is the 154-pound division. Where he gets in, where does he fit in? Michael Sorro has been a dude that's always gotten a bad decision and a tough, you know, but he's a tough fight. That's somebody they'd probably put him in there with. Not the biggest name, decent boxer. See where he's at, you know. But we're gonna have to see, is his power carrying? So who do we even get? Are we getting a 47-pounder that's also moving up? Ocampos. But again, if we pick Ocampos, Carlos, who's number 11 in the WBO, you know, we're also grooming them, right? Tim Tszyu just knocked out Ocampos. Earl Ben knocked out Ocampos. At least it's the right trajectory because the names that are popping are fighting this dude. So you might as well fight him. But, like, there will be expectations if he fights Ocampos.
Hey, look, you mentioned a welterweight moving up. Do you have the perfect candidate? Well, no, he's going to middleweight now. He's only ranked. I was thinking Danny Garcia. But Danny's moving on.
Listen, Danny's not fighting none of these young dudes. They don't bring enough money to the table. Like, what is Golden Boy gonna pay Danny to get in there with Vergil? It ain't gonna be enough, and it ain't gonna sell a pay-per-view. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a recipe. You got an old lion taking out the young lion, or rather, young lion taking out the old lion. You got Mexico versus Puerto Rico, but are you buying that? Are you buying Danny and because again, like, how do you make it? How do you make it a big fight for Danny to say, yeah, Al, I am gonna turn around. I'm gonna do 180. I'm gonna do an about face and go fight this young whippersnapper, this 25-year-old. He 25. I looked it up. And by the way, Shakur is 25. He's a three-time champ, 2-division, 1-time unified. Devin is 24. He's undisputed. You understand? So, you know, I'm not being hard on Vergil, but Vergil is really dragging his feet.
But Vergil, not only is he dragging his feet, I mean, we've seen what they did with Jaime Munguia, and they've been trying to move him faster than Jaime. But I'm saying Vergil is like a 90s Range Rover. He's having a problem staying on the road. Papa, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what's up. So I said, you said, will I buy that? If, again, I don't think it's about the youth.
I mean, you tell me, you think Danny will fight Vergil on DAZN or Showtime Championship Boxing?
On Showtime Championship Boxing, because Oscar will sell, you know, he'll push Vergil out there. He'll loan him out, however they work that out. He'd do that.
All right, so what do you think Danny taking for that fight? I mean, you put him in there with a killer. Regardless, like, we don't know whether or not Virgil's power's gonna move up. He's still 100% knockout ratio, and he's 25 years. That means he's probably 10 years, 8 years, 7 years younger than Danny Garcia.
Yeah, but
gotta pay him a lot.
I say it would be worth the risk. And again, this is me saying it from where I'm at, but I'm saying it'd be worth the risk for Danny because, again, has the power been proven, but Danny's been proven, and maybe he don't want the risk of getting hit or getting hurt, but he can also say to himself, yeah, this young dude can barely stay on his feet as far as competing consistently. Fights. He ain't got enough, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got enough to go off of. Yes, 100% knockout ratio, but you know, we having a problem getting him to the dance as of late. So I'm not saying don't be afraid, but to me, it wouldn't be as much afraid. Like, you know, the boogeyman got to be popping out to scare people. If that motherfucker's still in the closet, I don't know if I'm scared as much.
Let me get to James Benitez here on the check-in. Remember, you could check in as well via Twitter Spaces, our landline, 1425-569-5241, or using Discord to rock and roll.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
What up, champ?
Yo, Ness, you hear me?
Perfect.
Yo, Ness, hey, man, why Boxer got Charlo off of the 154 rankings and shit like that, man? You got this new guy, Kurbanoff, on top and everything, man. And you just brought up the guy's thorough name and everything. He's a tough fighter, but have Kurbanoff done anything to be the best fighter in 154?
You must be talking about Kurbanoff, the dude that beat Liam Smith. He beat Liam Smith a long time ago, and he just beat somebody else. He Russian. He probably would have been further along, but, he's Russian, and, they not trying to really rank them dudes.
Yeah, they got him above Tim Tszyu on BoxRec, man. I was like, what the hell going on? But either way it goes,
he's probably above Tim Tszyu, but, Tim got the interim, so, you're not really supposed to be ranked. You got the belt.
True. In other words, man, you talking Gallimore, you talking Arias, man, Lubin, whatever, man. I think we all know, man, Vergil runs through those guys, man. So 154, man, that's still just a walk in the park, man, for Ortiz, man, based off what we see from his skills,
all right,
man.
So who he beats?
I'm just saying.
He beats? Give me 4 names that he beat right now.
Shit, I just said them, man. I mean, shit, he'll beat J-Rock for sure. He'll beat fucking Lubin. He'll beat Gallimore. He'll beat Tony Harrison. I mean, shit, he'll beat Arias.
He don't beat Lubin, JB.
Bruh, he beat Lubin, dog. He beat Lubin, man. We gotta cut the shit, man. We gotta think about it, man. Like 147 is like the class of A-level fighters, man. Every other division we look up or down, man, they like B-level fighters, man. 140 itself is like a whole class full of B-level fighters. Look, we was fool's gold with Regis, fool's gold with Josh Taylor. You get what I'm saying? And then we look above us, man. We like, okay, Tim Tszyu's like the most promising, and Charlo, he's doing his thing right now. Besides that, they really ain't no test, man. That's why Bud and Spence can easily move up there and run shit. Long story short, man, I think if he's having these weight problems and everything, they ain't no smoking 160. Might as well test the waters there. Shit, I got him beating that fucking Adamas. That's for damn sure. He's overrated. And that's just my personal opinion. Either way it goes, man, look. Hey, man, look. End of the day, man, I love y'all guys, man. Y'all keep it cooking. Appreciate the Friday content, man. I'm stuck in this Atlanta traffic, and I'm out, man.
JB, you a killer, man. Why you gonna do that shit?
He
Leave
the one.
Adamas alone, number one. Number two, am I the only one of the opinion that Vergil Ortiz was supposed to prove something to us against Stanionis?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But I don't know about prove. He was just supposed to see can he beat, another young, hungry, undefeated, because he proved whatever he needed to prove. I feel like he did that in a Kavaliauskas fight and a Mickelson fight. He gave me what I needed to see. He got in there with a puncher in Kavaliauskas, a man that I credit for knocking down Crawford. I always thought he knocked down Crawford. And then, he beat Mickelson, a dude that's a decent fucking boxer. So he gave you
UK guy, so you already know. Yes.
Yeah, so he gave you both styles. Like he showed you, I could bang with the bangers and outbox, or rather outbang the boxer. So I don't know. I like him.
Fair enough. I don't know, but I guess to the level of, in other words, when we talk about, and not to side, when we talk about 147, we know who we're talking about. If we're not talking about the fight that's happening on the 29th, we're for certain talking about Boots. I just wasn't sure that Vergil was mentioned with the same certainty.
He used to be mentioned with Boots a lot. Like he used to be that other guy, like, oh, Vergil and Boots, but like he's got that
medical, right?
Yes, it's this. According to Oscar, it's not a sickness. You know what I'm saying? So maybe is I don't know. Maybe it happens to him because he's depleting. I don't know. I got a caller here. This is Anderson. What up? If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. Anderson, you got to unmute your mic.
Hey, how you doing, Ness?
All right.
Oh, okay. My first language is Spanish, so I have a YouTube channel in Spanish, so it's complicated for me just to talk in English. But I don't know if you can help me.
I hear you well, man. You sound okay. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Can I speak in Spanish, Ness, or is mandatory just to speak in English?
Nah, go ahead. Go for it.
Okay. Te pregunto, ¿cómo ves la situación de peleadores cubanos tomando retos con pocas peleas, pero al mismo tiempo los mandan al fuego? ¿Tú crees que es necesario o es que la promoción no tiene tiempo para hacerlos crecer?
Well, first of all, he's asking, do I think that it is necessary for the Cuban fighter to, basically jump into the fire with not a lot of fights? And do I think that the promoters are doing that because, there's no time to build them or something like that? But I'm paraphrasing here. I'll say this. I feel like he's pulling this hypothetical from Andy Cruz. I really don't know any other Cuban that has moved this fast. Rigondeaux was 12-0 by the time he got a world title. Gamboa, he had hella fights by the time he had a world title. I don't even know who else is like moving like that. Kevin Brown still going slow with Bob Santos. I can't think of another. Even Morrell, okay, he won that WBA, but like who he beat? Alantez Fox and who else is the biggest name on his resume, right? So it's like I don't know what fire he's really talking about.
Ness, don't play this game. Don't play this game. Joel Esteyes with 5-0 is going to face Sergio Garcia. Joelvis Gomez. I know he lost, but I think it was a challenge. So, but for that reason, I just ask him.
Yeah, but
of your view, of your point of view, what do you think about it? Is the promotion? The guys are really
it's the
really
fighter. It's
ready?
the fighter. It's the fighters. Obviously, Cuban fighters come over here with so much amateur background that people believing in them. They believing in that shit. You know what I'm saying?
This is a trap, man. This is a trap. I'm Cuban. I have a YouTube channel, and not every single Cuban have the same pedigree, even if they work hard as an amateur. So that is a trap. So every single Cuban that comes here, just people say like, oh, he's Cuban, he has a great amateur pedigree and stuff like that. That is not true.
Yeah,
that is not true.
But name the Cuban that's in boxing actively fighting that doesn't have the amateur pedigree.
No, but my thing is like, not all Cubans are successful fighting as an amateur fighters. So, and when they come here, just people think like they're going to kill the other people. It's not like that. People need to know about it.
I mean, maybe your audience feels that way, but like for us or myself, I feel like, okay, he's Cuban. Yeah, I am going to generalize until I do the research and say, yeah, he's got a lot of amateur background,
But what do you mean about a lot of amateur background?
I mean,
do you think it's the same background amateur like Joelvis Gomez, like Andy Cruz? Do you think it's the same?
Obviously not, but I interviewed Joelvis Gomez. He's pedigree because his father was a fighter, and he has.
It doesn't mean anything. Was his father, not him?
Of course, it means something, brother. That's the definition of pedigree, man. What are you talking about? Like that's the definition.
No,
If your father's a fighter and now you are a fighter, that's the definition of pedigree. Like, what are you talking about? It's in your blood.
No. But just calm down. It's probably the right definitions when you are going to the booth, but every single fighter is different. Yes or no?
I mean, obviously every fighter is different, but you can't take away that Elvis's father was a fighter. And
no,
also,
but it doesn't matter at that point. You know what? You know what?
Come
you know
on,
what?
Ness.
Ness.
I'm listening. You just gotta talk.
Ness, it's different. In the generation of Joel fathers, I'm sorry for my English. Yeah, I'm just trying to explain that.
I understand you perfectly.
Okay. Well, when he fought in Cuba, he was one of the best Cuban amateurs around the world. It's not the same case talking about Joelvis Gomez. Are two different fighters. Doesn't matter the pedigree here. So it's different. It's totally different.
All right, brother. All right.
Doesn't matter.
Tell that
That
to Floyd,
doesn't matter.
Senior, Junior, and Roger Mayweather.
Man, but what is the point? So his dad was good. It means like he's going to be good.
Yes,
it's my point.
Listen, Andre.
You are wrong in that sense.
No,
you are wrong.
You're wrong. Listen to me, brother. First off, they rushed Joelvis Gomez. That's not anybody's problem but the matchmakers. The matchmakers are PBC, probably some amateurs. You know what I'm saying? And by that, I mean it disrespectfully too. I don't mean they amateurs like they just starting. They obviously amateurs. They trash. Like once Jorge Cota went all the decision with fucking Elvis right there, you pump the brakes, right? Everybody right now is saying Jared Anderson has been halted, right? They slowing him down. Oh, he ain't look good. They ain't like his performance. That's why they giving him this Rudenenko guy, right? I mean, so then, and Anderson only gets that hate, because he's American, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's very difficult for American heavyweights, you know what I mean? You see the trouble that Wilder has, Hunter never pop. I mean, it just is difficult for the American heavyweight. That being said, what about Filip Hrgović? He just announced the fight. Who the fuck is he fighting? McKean? Nobody gets mad at Hrgović. My man stepped it up versus Molina like in his 6th fight. And ever since then, when he got punched in the face by Eric Molina, the teacher, they've been slowing him down. He finally stepped up with Zhang and they robbed Zhang on national fucking television. It actually wasn't national because the shit is on an app. That's why they got away with it. Had that shit been on NBC or some shit, Zhang wouldn't have got robbed from Hrgović ass. But again, they pumped the brakes on after that fight. Nobody talks shit about him. You understand? It's the American. The minute you an American heavyweight, you gonna get shitted on. It don't matter how good you is. Look at Wilder. He knocked everybody out. He knocking out bums. This kid moving fast as hell. He 23. He right back in less than 7-8 weeks. He's turning around. Oh no, he's only doing that because they ain't like how he looked. So back to Elvis, because it was all retrospect, all full circle. When you fought Cota, PBC, Louis the Cubas Jr., all the fucking people that handled this dude, Bob Santos, Ishmael Salas, all the trainers that had their hands in them, because he trained with all of them, they should have pumped the brakes. No, Al, he ain't ready. Marquise Taylor, is you fucking crazy? Now, granted, I ain't do a betting show, but I gave you free betting advice on my prediction. I said it loud and clear. He's going to lose to Marquise Taylor. Why? Because Marquise Taylor is fucking way better than Cota. And if Cota did that, and they ain't see that, and they think all they got to do is put him in there with a dude that's not a puncher, they going to have another thing coming. And I told y'all that, and that's exactly what happened. And Marquise Taylor, who got 2 knockouts, got a fucking knockdown in that fight because they didn't pump the brakes. The kid was 6-7-0, 8-0. You seen him not look good versus Cota, who other motherfuckers bodied. They snatched his soul, Lubin did. Lubin shined. Lubin went viral because he did some squat and shit, dropping down on some wit. You know, look, we gonna keep it moving, but it looked good. It looked good. Kota beat LaManna. So right there, PBC should have been like, hold up, damn, we just groomed LaManna into a title shot with Laura. We trying to bring him back and he gets sandwiched by motherfucking Kota. This is a dangerous journeyman. They not looking. They don't got eyes at PBC. They only got eyes for the big names, man. They crazy over there because that shouldn't have happened to Yoelvis Gomez. But shout out to motherfucking Marquise Taylor. He'll be at the appreciation night. You know, Andre is just Cubified, but he out here capping, talking about why they rushing the Cubans. My man, his father's a puncher. I'm going to let you in too, but he out here capping. His father's a puncher. Historically, one of the biggest listen to my interview with him. He came to studio. You know, one of the biggest punchers in Cuban history. I'm just like my father. Motherfucker, when Wilder said he was a puncher, they put him in there to punch motherfuckers. So it's your fault too. You got to learn to pump the brakes too. You got to tell your fucking trainer, damn, coach, what you think? But at 6-0, see, he want to fucking blame it on PBC, right? And his handlers. At 6-0, the motherfucker got 3 trainers. At 6-0, he was already with Ishmael Salas, already with Bob Santos, and now he training in fucking LA with Goosen? Lord have mercy. And that's not counting the Cuban trainer that he left. You know what I'm saying? That's not counting the other trainer that he might have had in Mexico in his motherfucking transition period from one country to the next. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Don't give me. Now, who they rushing, though? Who they rushing? One Cuban loses, and all of a sudden, we rushing the Cubans. Andy Cruz out here chasing Keyshawn. Before the motherfucker made it to the country, he making videos, sending videos. Oh, I'm your daddy, I'm your daddy. Now you want to say Eddie rushing him. That's not Andy Cruz. And he better do motherfucking big things. He better do big things because you understand what I'm saying? Like, Keyshawn looked damn good. And we were all disappointed he didn't get the stoppage. Let's be real. So that means the dude that's been beating Keyshawn consistently better get the fucking stoppage. But he not. He not. Because we know how he fight. He Miguel Cotto. He punch you with one punch. He cheering with the other hand. We going to see could Bozy take that away from him. We going to see. He in the dungeon. Maybe they've been beating on his body in there, letting Boots, show him the ropes. Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. But who is they rushing? The dude don't he got 3 gold medals? What do you want, to spoon feed Andy Cruz? Okay, so let's put our thinking caps on. What other Cuban going fast? Because Morel, let me pull up Morel's resume so y'all can see what I'm talking about. Because he talking about Ness, don't be fucking lying. Who the fuck I'm lying for? Morel beat Alantez Fox, which, no disrespect to him, right now, Michael Fox is the big brother. Unfortunately, he's the one popping right now. You feel me? And that's no disrespect, But who is Morel B? I'm still trying to find his box rate. Look, the dude, you got to actually put like. Oh no, okay, I googled the wrong thing. I got to Google his name here. Okay. Because I got to see, am I missing a win? I know he beat Yells Above, but we never heard of that motherfucker. Oh, we only gave him a shot because he was trained by K. Who the fuck was he? You know what I'm saying? Adios was his name. Okay. Who he beat? Alantez Fox, Lennox Allen. I ranked Lennox Allen. We made good money off Lennox Allen when he first won that WBA, and that's who he beat for the WBA. Now, FYI, just because I rank a Lennox Allen don't mean that he wasn't like 36-9 by the time old boy fought him. You feel me? And go through his resume. He's with fucking Star Boxing, so he wasn't consistently fighting. He just started getting on top rank shows when he won that interim. So, we're not going to act like this dude's been beating world beaters, man. He ain't been put in front of absolutely anyone yet. They just out here making fake monsters, man. Like, who he beat? Put him in front of Lonnie B. 3 years out the fucking ring, put him in there with Lonnie B. Lonnie B the same dude that beat Jose Uzcategui. He damn near retired off that win. Put him in there with Lonnie B. Let me see what he do with that. Let me see what he do with that. Because who he beat? Morrell. What Cuban they rushing? How they rushing this motherfucker if the only name on his resume is Alantez Fox? Yamaguchi Falco was old as hell on a comeback. Go through his resume. He had a bunch of fights in Florida and in different places, building it back up, coming back off that Falco name. Like, knock it off. Who this dude be? Where's the resistance? Not one fight with resistance other than Alantez Fox, who started his career at 54. Man, stop me when I'm fucking lying. Alantez Fox fought Demetrius Andre like 20 years ago, man. Creating fake monsters out here like motherfuckers don't watch this sport or something. Like, this ain't what I do for a living. Oh, they rushing them. Oh, nasty. They rushing the Cubans. Well, who the fuck they rushing? They rushing the Russians, you mean? Bivol out here fighting Canelo. Better be out here fighting champions. Who the fuck is rushing the Cubans? This guy's capping. Lord. But go ahead,
it's crazy. I thought that, I don't know, I would see, I look at it a more flattering way. I didn't realize he was in there just making excuses, because if somebody says, yo, a Cuban fighter, he's got pedigree, like, yo, that's a pass. No different when it's like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, you know, if you come from a background or a country like our, you know, Asian Indians, you know what I'm saying? They come from an engineering or a doctorate background. So by the time they get to America, they're more advanced in some of those sciences. So why would you be ashamed if somebody think that you're more advanced at something because your history or your country or you got a pedigree or something? Why would you feel like it's in a disadvantage? Especially, not for nothing, I mean, it's really about the opportunity a lot of these fighters are looking for. They're not looking to come over here and get a bunch of club fights and be 20-0 and 30-0 if they don't have to. That's why they're trying to get out of Cuba.
And honestly, you said it better than me. Hopefully he hears that, right? Because what's wrong with us thinking that Cubans are good? Oh, it's not fair. Why he got to be good? Because he's Cuban? Damn, what's wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? Like that's
don't think I'm good.
That's a bad rap. That's a bad rap to have. Like, yo, he's Cuban, yo, so he's good. Like, nah, I don't want to be known as that. Like, that don't make any sense, bro. I don't know. Like, there's a Cuban dude that never popped either. He got last name Franco. Like, we watched his fights. He just never graduated from Showbox, you feel me? But he was Cuban, so we tuned in, you feel me? Like, we waiting for something to happen, you know?
Check him out. He's a Cuban fighter. You like, yo, I'm going to see what he got.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Listen, you can't please them all, evidently. I'm telling you. But let me get the LV Slugger.
TBV. Audio straight. Good.
Straight.
Yo, man, this the move Vergil need to be doing, man. You know what I'm saying? Having these problems, making waves, and you know what I'm saying? So yeah, this definitely the move he need to be making, man. Not really sure who they go with first at 154. Some names up there for him to get at, but with Jamel being undisputed, you know, he might have to sit, like you say, might have to sit. He can be swaying again, seem like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, he got to do what's best for his health, man. So, you know, that definitely comes first. So, I don't know, man. There's a lot of names at 154 for real, man. I don't know if you'll throw him in. You think Terrell Gauthier might be too early right now, first fight at 154. That might be too early for that type of name.
Listen, I wish I lived in that world with y'all, but I try to not fantasize. Like, y'all keep throwing these PBC names. When the last time Al Heyman helped Oscar?
I ain't even know he still. When the last time he fought? Like, shit, I ain't even know he still was with PBC.
Who? Terrell Gauthier?
I'm pretty sure they'll throw Gauthier over there on let him go get that money over there on
it's gonna have to be a very decent offer, man. Like, PBC got people that they need to groom too.
Man, who at 154 over there? I mean, Fedora already done fell off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I ain't gonna say fell off, but you know, he got that.
You casual ass. You're casual, man. Damn, he fell off because he suffered one loss.
Yeah. I ain't gonna say fell off. I'm gonna say he suffered that L. You know what I'm saying? He got to get back right. You know, he got to get back in that winning column.
Damn,
he don't deserve a title.
That is a good fight.
He don't deserve a title shot after that or nothing. That's what I'm saying. He got to fall back in line. He got to work himself back up.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? Build himself back up. The hottest thing at 154 right now is Tim Tszyu. You know what I'm saying? That's the man right now that's making all the noise.
Jamel the man right now.
Other than Jamel, who at 154 is making noise, man?
Brian Mendoza. He knocked down the fucking the burning inferno. The only dude that was calling out Earl Spence.
But he ain't like Zoo. He ain't hot like Zoo though.
How he not? How he not hot like Zoo, bruh? Spider Crab Fundora
making noise, man.
Man, you crazy? Fundora was making noise before Zoo. Fundora was making noise before Zoo.
Ain't nobody said nothing about. Ain't nobody said nothing about Mendoza.
Brother, let me tell you something.
Nobody said shit about Mendoza since the knockout, man.
Let me tell you something.
Tim Tszyu been talked about every day since then. Man. Every month Tim Tszyu in the news.
You're right. I don't know when Tim Tszyu has been talked about. When the last show we did about Tim Tszyu? When the last show we did about Tim Tszyu since he been talked about so much?
Tim Tszyu, if you ain't talking Jamel, Tim Tszyu the hottest thing at 154.
Man, you bumped your head. Brian Mendoza the hottest thing, man. Mendoza got a better win. Mendoza got a better win. I ain't even talking to you, man. That's the thing. UNCW, y'all sound alike because y'all both casuals. This dude crazy. Listen, Mendoza got a better win. He beat undefeated Fundora, who was basically a boogeyman. Only dude calling out Earl, told Earl he'll go to 47, told him he'll meet him at 54, whatever the fuck you want. How many eliminators did he have before he finally lost to Mendoza? How many eliminators did he have before he finally lost to Mendoza? For you gonna tell me that the win over Tony Harrison, yeah, granted, Tony Harrison was a former world champ. But he was on the, you understand? I ain't even gonna say decline. I'm gonna say we know Tony. He either gonna make it to the 12 or not be able to make it to the 12. That's all we can say about Tony. So let's stop. Let's stop. Come on, man. You can't take that win away from Mendoza. That was an upset win that people was not picking his ass. Fundora was a favorite. Fuck. Zoo was a favorite over Tony Harrison. Tony Harrison had to go to his fucking home country as Zoo. How you ranking Zoo above Mendoza? Not to mention Mendoza got a loss to Jesus Ramos. That motherfucker's a monster. Man, I don't know. I don't know if the only thing people talking about is Tim Tszyu. Because I'm certainly talking about Charles Conwell. Just the other day, I was telling you how he petitioned for an eliminator to fight Mendoza. Because he's like the silver champ. So I don't know what this guy talking about. And before you called in, somebody called in talking about Magomedov Karabanov. You know what I'm saying? So what that's that dude at 54. We just told the world how he beat motherfucking Liam Smith. Like, only thing popping is Tim Tszyu in your bubble, because there's a lot of motherfuckers. I'm not beating the Xander Zayas drum, but there's people out here on some fan, he got a fan base already, this Xander kid. There's so many people at 54 for you to tell me that the only one popping is Tim Tszyu. I don't know about all that.
Tucker, got Josh Kelly in the UK,
Oh, wow, you wildin'. You in your bag today. Josh Kelly.
I'm just saying,
Josh Kelly, Josh Kelly is the forever prospect. I know he's fighting, and he's fighting another nobody. Like, he's out of control, bro. Like, Josh Kelly, unfortunately, I'm just telling the truth. I'm not out here trying to be mean, but he's an underachiever. You know the amount of hype was on PBK? Come on, man. Pretty boy Kelly. That motherfucker has so much hype. He was what was with Shane McGuinn in first or Ben Davison. He had one of them little young trainers. Come on, man. My man, that bubble bust a long time ago. He's still only like 13-1 or 2 or some shit. Like they slow rolling him. But see, damn if you do, damn if you don't. Because what I say, they should have pumped the brakes on Gomez. And that's obviously what they doing to Kelly. They see like, yo, this he ain't it. We got to groom him. But I'm getting tired of him. I mean, he's 27. He's 27, bro. I've been watching him for like fucking, what? I don't know, 5-7 years now? When he turned pro, that motherfucker slow rolling for real, for real.
Yeah, man. But look, all these people, and that's good advice. Is this time for Vergil Ortiz? Because you got some people talking about he can clear out this and he can beat this. I think this is time to pull back. I think there's a lot of fights at 154 he has to fight before, he can, get to the top, even past a Tim Tszyu, whether we think, or Brian Mendoza, right? Yeah, man, I don't know. I think they need to pull back on him if they're going to move him up to 54. I don't even know where he starts. I don't even think we still got a definitive idea of who would be a credible opponent or a realistic opponent for him,
For who? Mendoza?
Or Vergil. This is what I'm saying. All these names we still talk about at 154 from top to bottom. None of these guys, Vergil, I think has a chance against.
I mean, if we're gonna be free of promoter and politics, I would like the Terrell Gausha fight that the caller brought up. That's a decent fight. Like he dropped Tim Tszyu. That's a perfect test to let me know, yes, I am a 154-pounder. This is my power. Look at what I did versus this guy who got punched by a power puncher in Tszyu, who been in the ring with Lubin, who's also a puncher. This guy's a not gold medalist, excuse me. Strike that from the record, Your Honor. This guy's an Olympian, 2012 Olympian. Like, yeah, that's a great test, but I don't know that they could get it. I don't know that Oscar's going to pay for him to go over there. What is Al going to ask for this guy to go over there and fight Vergil? Because that's their cash cow. They're grooming him to be the next one.
I got a perfect name for you, and I hope they do it in the Prudential Center, but it'll end up in Texas. Vito Malinicki.
So he's not 47 no more?
Who, Malinicki? No.
Vito, but remember, Vito's like 19, maybe 20. They not rushing him. Why would they give him to Vergil? And Vito ain't the puncher Vergil is. You trying to kill Vito.
I'm just thinking two young guys at 154.
Yeah, but again, you gotta, if you gonna think a PBC guy, you got that shit gotta be 50-50. Why is Al just gonna give up what is his name? White Chocolate or White Magic?
But Ness, we're under the assumption that number one, we're gonna get a healthy and the same Vergil Ortiz we've seen and what he's been. That's
nah, champ. All we know is this: he's gotten sick or canceled 3 times, but when he makes it to the ring, he gets a knockout. Sick or not, Mickelson fight, he told you he was sick, and he still got the knockout. So yeah, I can't doubt him until he makes me doubt him. Yeah, we got to see him in the ring and see him not look good. But when he's in the ring, when he makes it to the fucking ring, he performs. The poor man has got, the problem with Vergil is he's with Golden Boy. He's the only undefeated fighter with a 100% knockout ratio that nobody knows. Everybody knows Brother Beef got 100% knockout. Don't nobody talk about Vergil. Like, we talk about Crawford knockout streak more than we talk about the fact that Vergil has knocked out everyone he's been in the ring with. And that's a lack of promotion. It's a lack of promotion. It's a lack of promotion, man. They should be capitalizing on the fact that, look at Charles Conwell, you know what I mean? Like, they market him like a puncher, But not that he's doing any better commercially than Vergil. Obviously, Vergil is more known than him, but
It's hard to get a fight though for Conwell.
Exactly, because they know he's a puncher. Ain't that many people signing up to get in the ring with a dude that killed somebody in the ring. In my time covering the sport now, that's 2 dudes actively, Lucky Boy Amatoso and now Charles Conwell, they caught bodies in the ring.
Don't forget Matias Subrail.
Oh, Davishov, right? Davishov.
Yeah.
Crazy. Bro, I got the perfect fight, and you gonna love it too. You gonna love it. You ain't even gotta fake it. Sam Eggington.
Oh yeah.
That's the perfect fight because I think is he still with Eddie? Is he still with Eddie? Probably not, right? Because Eggington been long in the tooth. He probably not with Eddie, but he's been on that DAZN soil, on that network. So I think Eggington's a good fight. But damn, we got some callers. Let me get to him. Big Boss Nino, what up? Big Boss Nino. You're. Mic check. You're. Come back to us, champ. Come back to us. Drop out, drop back in. Who we got? Polo T.
Yo, what's up, Ness? It's been a minute, man. How you been?
Chilling, B. Chilling, man. Can't
Man,
complain.
I understand what he was saying, the guy earlier about the Cuban thing, but what I was about to say, I think a perfect fight for Vergil would be Patrick Teixeira. He's with Golden Boy, or he fought on Golden Boy shows. He could fight him, and then maybe I think he could beat that Kurbanov guy, bro. Like, you gotta rewatch that Liam Smith fight because he didn't win that fight. He be robbing motherfuckers over there in Russia, like. Bro, they legit be gifted. He didn't beat that French dude either. Like,
who?
He okay, but he's not.
Who?
Corbinov, whatever his name.
Who he robbed? Zorro?
Liam Smith.
No, you
Michael
crazy.
Sorrow.
You crazy. He ain't robbed
bro,
Liam
watch
Smith.
Those fights,
bro, I watched the
them,
Liam Smith fight, bro.
Bro,
You kidding
stop
me?
it. Stop it. You have money on him. That's right. Bro, watch the Zorro fight. It was so, that was a
Yeah, but the Zorro fight is recent. I didn't see that one.
That Liam Smith fight. To me, he won, bro. Like, I watched that fight again, and I'm like, there's no way. Teixeira, he did beat, though. He could fight Teixeira. Maybe, like you said, Corbin, the guy that...
Bro, Teixeira's a good win. Don't forget Teixeira got the only win over Adames.
No. That was a win. No, that was a good win. He beat Teixeira. Like, he actually beat him pretty good. That's a good fight for Vergil's first fight because, Teixeira beat Adames, and that would be a good test. Then he could fight. But I think Vergil could be a champion if he stays healthy and, he could definitely do some damage. I know people act like he can't beat these dudes. Like, he has the size, the power now. Like, I'm not saying he can beat everybody now, but he could definitely become a champion. It's just on who he fights and stuff. We know who the top guys are, like Charlo, Tim Tszyu, Mendoza, like that would probably be his biggest test, and so is Ramos. But other than that, I think he could beat everybody else. And then Conwell's a dark horse.
You said what?
Like I said, Conwell's up there too. He's a dark horse.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah.
I gotta see him get a good win though, man. I don't know, is it his promoter or what's going on, bro? Like I thought he would be a champion by now, like Olympian, and he's like, I don't know, man. Hopefully everything goes well for him. But other than that, I mean, people act like he's just gonna fight. Like, he's not going to be a champ. I mean, if he's healthy, like I said, he could definitely become a champion. Maybe he could fight Gomez, bro. You think they'll do that fight? Gomez versus Vergil?
Absolutely not. But
the thing that I was going to comment on that, I don't...
You broke up, champ.
He was moving... No, my bad. It's the connection, my bad. I said when Hoya was moving on Gomez, he really had a hard time. He won the fight, but didn't they see that when they made the Marcus Taylor fight, that he's a better mover and, like, he might give him some trouble because when Cotto was moving, you didn't see how Gomez was strong.
Yeah, but that's what I said earlier, bro, that they they're amateur over there with the matchmaking because I would have pumped the brakes. After that fight, I already knew you can't keep going forward. You gotta at least, if you ain't gonna do a backward step, you gotta do a side step. And Marquise Taylor was not no motherfucking side step. That shit was a forward leap, especially
Man,
from
that was a setup
boxing standpoint for
because
sure.
Cotto, like I said, watch that Cotto fight. When Cotto was moving, bro, it was bad. Like I'm like, you struggling with Cotto, bro? Like Cotto, like no disrespect to Cotto, but like I don't know. That was a set. I would have like threw in a Lamana or like somebody else like that's come forward, doesn't move a lot, and boy, they did that guy dirty.
That's my point. That's my point. But again, it could be him because at that point, look, he goes into the ring for this fight with Goosen. So bro, like I met you with Salas. Then you know, I never blamed him leaving Salas because a whole group of people like, yo, Salas be on some extra shit. You know, he extra. He on some strict extra shit. So a group of motherfuckers left his ass. So now you with Bob Santos and it's like, oh shit, I turned my head. You in the corner with Goose. And I'm like, okay. You feel me? So we got to just look at him is what I'm saying. We can't just keep blaming PBC matchmakers and they should have known. No, it's probably him. You know what I mean? Like, it's probably him. Nino, what up? Damn, Nino, you just gonna have one of them days with your shit today, huh? Can't. Oh,
Mute, champ.
Well, no Nino. Charles.
Ness, what's up?
What up, Doe?
I mean, what's going on, brother?
Peace, champ.
Hey, Ness, I agree with you on the Conwell as a possible opponent for Vergil. But Ness, do you think, and I mean too, if you could chime in on this, do you think since they trying to build Vergil, meaning him moving up to 154, would you let him fight the kid? What's the kid's name that Ramos beat the shit out of on Tony and Zoo's card? You know what I'm talking about? Remember Ramos fought on that card with Tim Zoo and Harrison at 154? You know what I'm talking about?
No. Say it again.
Okay, you remember when Tony went over to fight Zoo?
Yeah.
Over in on the undercard, didn't Ramos fight on that card? Jesus, the kid that's a monster at 154, the big kid.
Nah.
Didn't he fight on that?
I don't remember fighting him on that card, but he was supposed to fight on the Earl card, and he had to pull out. He got sick or hurt.
It was another kid at 154. I can't think of his name. When I figure it out, but I'm with you on the Conwell. Is it possible, Ness? Would it be possible for him to fight Castano? What's Castano doing at 154?
Castano, I mean, he ain't done nothing yet.
But that's what I'm saying. Would that be a probable fight for Vergil if he move up to 154?
Again, I just don't. I mean, I don't see, Al giving the services of his fighter to Vergil. Vergil is an A-side fighter. That means, I'm risking Castano. For what exactly? What? There's no belts on the line. Like what?
Just for the fact to maybe to see if Castano still got something, because he ain't done nothing since Charlo. You see what I'm saying? Like,
I know, but why would Al do that with a guy? Like, why? You guys don't like think about it, bro. Like, if my fighter's gonna lose, why wouldn't I want him to lose to one of my other fighters? Why I'm gonna let him lose to a Golden Boy fighter that I got no dollars in, no control over?
You're right. Possibly. You're right. I didn't think about the across the street thing. I'm just thinking about, I'm looking at it from Golden Boy in the sense that how do they build? Because they're going to have to build Vergil at 154. You know what I'm saying? and you don't know what he has at 154. Of course, he got power. Of course, that, but it ain't nobody a Golden Boy, Ness.
I mean, again, they was only fighting Stenonius. Why? Because it went the purse bid. So, like, you're not even, like, looking at the facts, man.
You might be right, Ness.
All right, champ.
Yo, I could say this, man. Vergil right now, like I said, a lot of people, they high on him, but when you really start peeling the layers, I think he got more to prove than he's proven, especially when you talk about moving up to 154. It's so many names. So many. Now we talking about Charles Conwell. Like, come on. He can't get in there with Conwell.
Yeah, that's that. He like, yo, I agree with you. I'm like, wait, I ain't never say that. You try to put him in there. You put him in there with Conwell. And let me tell you,
trying to get him killed.
Let me tell you, everybody calling in saying, oh, you think they sent him over there? You think they sent? Yes. That's the guy. Lou DiBella will send him over there. Lou DiBella will send Conwell to fight Vergil on the zone. Absolutely. Because it's a winnable fight for Conwell, the natural 54-pounder that's already a puncher. You know what I'm saying? And for Vergil and his team, they might consider it a winnable fight too, because remember the dude that Boots beat up, right? Boots beat the dude up, the Dominican dude, Romero, coming off the bracelet. Remember they cut his bracelet at the weigh-in and all that shit? You remember that?
Yeah.
All right, well, that Dominican, after he lost the Boots, he moved up to 54. First fight at 54 took Conwell the distance. So how much of a puncher is Conwell when a dude Boots done turned into a folding beach chair? You feel me? You know what I mean? So it's crazy because, you know, we do think Conwell's a puncher. So I don't know. I should know this number right here by heart, man. Yo, I don't feel like checking this sheet. What up, Baltimore?
What's happening, champ? Straight like that boxing, man.
What's with you, champ? How you doing?
Oh, man, everything lovely. How the men? All right, so we got, I'm tapping in because I hear you boys talking. What about Vergil Ortiz versus Austin Trout?
I seen somebody say that. Are you talk trends as well?
No, I'm just saying. I'm looking at. Because
I see.
Looking at the list.
I seen talk trends say that, and I forgot to say something. I love that fight. I think that's a good fight because Austin is from Las Cruces. You got this dude from San Antonio or Austin or some shit, right? Man, that's a perfect fight.
Right. So, Zoo, I hear every. Okay, go ahead, big brother. I don't want to cut you off. Can y'all hear me?
Perfect.
All right, but Zoo, I think he has to fight. He could fight Castaño. He has to be made to fight somebody tougher. He kind of got the easy way to the championship route, and he hasn't really fought. He fought some tough guys, but he hasn't really took that route. Like Charlo and them boys fought some tough guys, you know what I mean? Like fight at the fight. So I don't see that for Zoo. He needs to fight Castaño, Lubin, or Ramos, or even Fundora. He needs to fight one of those guys before he gets to fight for Undisputed. And Castaño has already fought on the zone against, I think, the guy Texeria. He beat him. I hope I'm saying his name correct. So Al has already sent him over to the zone, so that could possibly be a possibility as well, because he already fought on the zone before. Peace. That's my time. Peace.
All right. Yo, I'm sorry. I had to handle this email. Who he said already fought on the zone? I blanked out.
Teixeira. Remember Patrick Teixeira?
Oh, yeah. But that's when he fought Adames. That was also purse bid, man. That was an eliminated situation, or vacant. I think it was an eliminated because I think after he beat Adames, he got elevated, right? To full WBO.
Yeah, yo, you don't think Trout too old?
Nah. Bruh, listen to me. I was debating. I don't want to say too much because I was part of the betting show. Austin Trout has never been stopped, and he fought both Charlos, Canelo, Miguel Cotto. Like, I mean, the names go on and on. Like, that dude is the definition of durable. That's exactly what we need. The issue that I personally would have with that fight, like, you know, in the back of my mind, in that small little dark room, is that I know Austin wanted to get the welterweight. I know he got as low as 148. I know he wanted a welterweight opportunity so that he could be two-time champion. And this fight won't be at welterweight. It would be back at 54, which is a good weight for him depending on the fighter. And in this case, this is a fighter smaller moving up. Again, this guy's been in there with both Charlos and Canelo and Cotto and didn't get stopped. I mean, Canelo put him down. And I think I remember Jamal. Did Jamal put him down? I don't think so. Now that I think about it, I don't think Jamal put him down.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that's a good matchup. All right.
And obviously, that's not the same version in a lot of people's eyes, but he has been winning. And he won big. Like, he took a bare knuckle fight and beat somebody up over there, too. Like, my boy doing what he got to do. Like, if anything, I'm going to bang the drum for him because he need that opportunity. I know, again, like I said, he worked so hard to get into that welterweight division, and they never gave him a shot. But what we got? We got Capico in a place to be.
What's going on, chat?
What up?
What's going on, bro? I'm glad he moving on. I'm moving on up, bro. Because like again, that Ramdo ain't no joke. I've had that shit twice, which is why I don't fight no more. And it is no joke, bro. Your body's never the same. You can't do nothing once you have that. Your internal organs start to give out on you. Your liver starts to go. So I'm glad he's moving on up, and it's not affecting his organs or anything like that. 154, I don't know. He may be too small for that, but it'll be interesting to see what he does at 54. And hopefully he could take a shot at 54. I mean, he's been knocking out motherfuckers at 47 and 40, right? So let's see what happens, bro. You see your boy back on the streets. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens now that he's released. He still got to do more time, right?
I don't know, bro. I didn't even know he was really released. Like I like to wait for official people to announce it. Did you read it from a great source?
Well, I saw that. I saw actually, who was it? TMZ and ESPN released it.
Okay, those are great sources.
Oh yeah, so they released it that he back home, or that he got released. I should say, not that I don't know what that means. Whether he's still on house arrest for the remaining, because he only did he did 90 days. I think not even. He did like 60, right? It's supposed to do the remainder was supposed to be 90.
Nah, there's no way that was 60 days.
That's what I'm saying. So he probably did a quick 30, and then they released him for the remainder of the time at the house. That was a slap on the wrist to try to let him know, we the bosses. You ain't nobody. I don't care what your status is. I'm gonna show you what time it is. You are touchable, But now going back to Vergil, man, I hope he does big things back at 54. I hope he does it, man. I hope he could get past this. But talking about that a little bit, there has to be changes in his camp. That means that he's getting too big and he's trying to cut too fast. That's the only way you get Ramdo. Like, that is the only way you get that, is that you're trying to cut too fast. The nutritionist is not doing their job. You're sweating out too much. You're dehydrating your body. Once you dehydrate your body too much, it starts feeding off the muscles. It starts feeding off of the nutrients that you don't have in the body. So, like, that means that either he's outgrowing, his body's getting bigger, and he can't make that weight no more, or he's getting too big and he's trying to cut it too fast. So something has to change in his camp. I don't even if he goes up that extra what's that, 447, that's 7 pounds. Even if you go up an extra 7 pounds, it doesn't change if you're walking around 170 trying to cut to 54 and and that little bit of time. That means that you have to stay around that weight. You have to do it correctly. You have to do it slow. You know, it shouldn't be, your training camp shouldn't be a weight loss camp. It should be, you know, straight up figuring out your opponent. You know, you should be working on techniques, and then that'll come off, the way to come off while you do that. It shouldn't be a weight loss camp. And I feel like all of these camps have been weight loss camps where this is what's affecting his body. And this is why he's going through this issue, you know? But I just wanted to touch up on it a little bit, bro, because I am in the medical field myself now, so I just want to kind of touch up on it a little bit. And, you know, I just hope that they're doing the right thing in this camp. You know, they get the proper nutrition and they get the proper people that they need in their camp so that they could focus more, so he can actually make this weight healthy. You know, who knows how? Listen, Rando's no joke. Once it starts attacking the organs, there's no turning back. You know what I'm saying? So I just hope they do things right from here on out, and he has a healthy career from here on out. You know what I'm saying? That's my call, bro.
You know, it's funny. His doctor reached out to me. How small is the world of boxing that Vergil's doctor reached out to me?
Really?
Yeah. It's legit. He and it's crazy because I knew him before. I had been trying for years to get him to sponsor me. And I checked my DMs the other day, and he's like, yo, I'm going to holler at Vergil to see if I could talk to you about the situation. Because, again, obviously this generation now loves to consume shorts. So shorts and reels gets you popular. So the more reels we do, the more eyeballs. And obviously that reel of us talking about Vergil got to the doctor. And yeah, I was hoping he would have got the clearance by today. But that's pretty dope though. You know what I mean? Hard work pays off, man. Hard work pays off.
Absolutely.
Who we got? I think we got to everybody. Oh, we got a couple people on Discord. We got Jay Billy in the place to be.
You got me?
Got you.
Yes, sir. Shout out Ness. Shout out King of Me. Putting in that work. But yeah, shout out to Vergil. You know, you got to listen to your body at the end of the day. You know, and 3 postponements, that wasn't looking good. And honestly, I think Vergil gonna be looking scary at 154. You know, a weight that's gonna be more comfortable to him. And Virgil's one of those fighters like Wilder and Tank. You know what I'm saying? To where when you hit them, if you get in a good shot, they get madder. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like as they get hit cleanly, you know what I'm saying, they get upset. So they put that pressure on you. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see that 154, like, you know, where he's more comfortable at. And I think a good fight coming in because he was already going like WBO, WBA route. Liam Smith, what you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, Liam Smith is a great opponent. He's been in there with great names, so that's never a bad name.
Facts. And he's number 4 at he's number 4 in the WBA and the IBF, I believe. But man, that would be a great fight. I think Vergil can take that. Honestly, like I think he'll be favored in that fight on the betting lines. Would you say the same thing?
Favorite over who? Over Liam?
Yeah.
Oof.
I'd lean towards Liam personally.
I don't know. Yo, bro, Liam is a former world champ.
Liam did just beat Eubanks.
Liam is a former world champ.
Yeah, he did just beat Eubanks in January. So, you know, I think that would be a good, tough fight coming in. And I think that would be a fight that he'll be able to take, honestly.
That is a good fight. I like that.
That's a good fight, but he might be too much, bro. Liam has upset people already.
He has, but Vergil, I ain't seen nobody out tough Vergil. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
I think that in the smoke, you know, he gonna be something that, you know, that's his equal, but I ain't seen nobody out tough him yet. And that Velasquez, I put a lot of validity in that for real, because he gave Bud a good fight. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he was still looking good against Vergil. So, but like I said, like when he got off clean on Vergil, Vergil just got more and more mad, and he just put that power on him. So I think if Liam do the same thing, Liam he's shown he can't hold up to those strong big shots. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that would be a great fight, but I'll favor Vergil in that, honestly. But it's just good to see him move up. You know, I hope it's true. You know, and I think they should try to jump on that Liam fight before the end of the year. You feel me? Like if he's good, then I don't know. October through December, that's open. You feel me? Like, is that too early to come back this year?
I mean, we don't know. We don't know the severity of his condition. You know,
Facts.
we don't
I
know
mean, you
how.
said
We
his
don't
doctor
know
hit
his.
you up, right?
Yeah,
Like
but
he got in
he
tune with
said
you.
he got to get the clearance from Vergil, but we don't know. You know how long it's going to take for him to recover, or when he's going to be cleared to train again, or when he feel good to train again.
Facts. Yeah, ideally it'll be at the end of the year. Cause when's the last time Virgil fought? Was it Velasquez?
No, bro. Dude been out. I got him
Yeah, it
last
was.
fight in. Oh, it's gonna be a year in another month. I mean, a year in a couple of weeks because it's August
Who was it?
6th. August 6th.
It was Velasquez?
Nah, Mickinson.
True. Yeah. Yeah, man. I just want to see him back in the
That's
ring, see these
insane.
dudes get active. You feel me?
For sure. For sure. Yo, Vergil, damn, bro. That's crazy. Oh, shit. Looking at this box right, this is sad, bro. This is sad, bro. 2 fights in 2021, 1 fight in 20, 1 fight in 22. Am I reading Keith Thurman or is this the young man Vergil Ortiz resume? This is crazy.
This is what I'm saying, yo. Once you start peeling them layers back, man.
Crazy, bruh. They better not put him in there with Liam, man. I don't know. That even with those good names he's been in there with, is that experience, did it stick on him? But I got AMG. What up?
Yeah, what's up, Ness?
Chilling.
What up, I mean?
Yo.
Yeah, man, Virgil's actually he's one of my favorite fighters. I never really saw him as like a big 147. I'm curious as to what type of nutrition team he has. Obviously, everybody's body's different, right? It's going to react different to cutting weight. But when you look at a dude like Ramos, right, at 150, 154, that looks like a damn near 168 pounder, and you compare Virgil to him, like I think he'll do well. He'll be able to compete, but he ain't that big, bro.
Technically speaking, I'm pretty sure if I Google Ramos, he started at 47 and just moved up not too long ago.
But you see how he looks, right? That's a big dude.
Just saying.
But I don't trust Oscar for shit. So until I see Virgil say something, or maybe hopefully you get, an inside with that doctor. Because Oscar, all he does is cap, man. So I'm hoping he's back. I'm hoping he's healthy, and I think he could do good at 154. I'd like to see that. The Liam fight sounds good, and the Austin Trout sounds really good too. But yeah, hopefully he's healthy, and we get to see him soon.
All right, yo, Jesus Ramos was fighting at welterweight for massive fights until the Javier Molina fight. The fight before that, all that shit was welterweight. He could have been 140 pounder sometimes. He was coming in at 142 and a half, bro. Shit.
Yeah, but that didn't last too long for him because then after a while he started blowing the scale.
For sure. He was definitely going up. Jay Swift, Brooklyn.
What up? What up?
What's goody?
Hey, how's everybody doing? Shout out to the boxing boys. Don't forget to hit the like button. Yo, now I was just calling in to say, Oscar be capping a lot. See, all this stuff is old school. What do you call it?
Promotion?
Well, not promotion, but we'll call it promotion for now until I can find the right word. But that's all this is. And to be honest with you, I think Vergil looks good going in at 154. Because, I mean, he hits harder than Devin. But they're not going to let him get in 147. It's too many sharks in the water at 147. If you get in at 154, at least he can work his way in. You know what I mean? Hello? Yo, y'all hung up on me?
Come on, champ. Why? Why you always gotta think negative? Why we can't just be letting you talk?
I'm just messing with you. But that's the way I look at it. Because Vergil does hit hard. He does. I mean, to me, when I look at his record and I look at Devin Haney's record, he got more knockouts.
Yo, fam, you be taking mad shots at Haney now that you moved from Vegas to New York, bro. What type of shit is that? You weren't talking. You weren't talking like that when you was in Vegas, yo.
I gotta tell the truth.
You weren't talking like that when you was in Vegas, though. What's going on, bro?
No. I don't mean to be dogging.
I'm fucking with you. Come on, Jay. Jay, I'm fucking with you.
Yeah. All right. But truth be told, when he's coming from 140 instead of going to 147, he's going to 154. The only problem I have with that is hitting one of these 154 pounders. They're thick, like if you try to hit a cow in the face. You can punch a cow as hard as you want, but you might mess around and break your hand. So that's the only problem I have with him and with Devin moving up as well. But no, I like to see Vergil move up and do his thing. But remember I told you how the new Cubans, they always be like standing up on everything. They there, whatever it is, and it's okay to support your race because that's what it is. But,
yo, what you said that the Cubans are what?
They always standing up for any little thing goes wrong, and anybody from Cuba. If any little thing goes, and I'm not talking about the old Cubans. I'm not talking about the older Cubans, like my age and older. I'm 65. I'm talking about the younger Cubans, like 40, 35. They be on this, and I ain't mad at them.
I don't know. I disagree, but that was the bell, Jay, but I'll explain. For one, there was no love for Ugas when he beat Pacquiao. And there was certainly no love for Ugas if anyone tries to argue differently. After he beat Pacquiao, they robbed him. Cuban people robbed him. It was evident on the footage and the audio. So, yeah, they don't be supporting, man. You know, I think it's a Caribbean thing, cause you know DR don't get the support, Jamaica don't get the support. You know, PR does though. You know, PR does, and they Caribbean. But yeah, man, I don't know.
Yeah, man, I don't know. It's you know, we don't, because also too we producing other athletes in other sports. For boxing for sure, man, we're not getting no kind of support.
Right. Who is this in? What city is this? Oh, this is Georgie. Porgy. Boston. What up?
Hey, yo, what's happening, people?
Chilling.
Hey, yo,
Am I
Georgie.
You good?
I mean what I mean. G was good, I mean.
Salute.
Listen, bro, I just wanted to chop on the Haney situation real quick. I know it's not about that shit, but yo, somebody dropped the ball big time there, bro. He should have in his security team. He should have a shooter. Ain't no need for these men to be touching anything at this level of the game, bro. Absurd. Bill Haney. We still support, baby, but you gotta come here and answer some questions. Now, who was the call on this when we talking about it? 154 was like a B level compared to 147.
Nah, he ain't say B level, but he said it's wide open. He said Vergil should go up to 60. And it's true. If Jamal's leaving, who's really left at 60? I mean, maybe some Europeans that we ain't really thinking of, but I don't know. I mean, you falling asleep over there?
I think 154, like, guys, they sit on the laurels and they don't got the hunger. I wouldn't call them like B level either, you know. I think they just don't have it. Like, they don't got the hunger there, you know, to go out there. I don't know. The deal's not being made. The shit's not high like it used to be. A decade ago, that shit was a murderous road. And that shit is fading away. Triple G live like 162. That shit, Canelo is on his last leg, let's face it. So anyway, Vergil, did they say he faded away? Could they talking about this man can have like a what the fuck was it? A kidney disease or some shit like that? Bro, you ain't coming back from that shit if that's the truth. What's going on with that? That's the only question I got. Everybody support the channel, donate amount.
Salute. I never knew what the actual diagnosis was. That's what I was trying to figure out. All I know was it's a medical condition, you know. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Ness, you do. I mean, I'm not trying to put you.
I
on
mean,
the spot.
I always heard the same term we've been hearing, rabbit whatever it's called. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all. I don't know nothing else. When I called it a sickness, Oscar said it's not. I mean, we just had Capicu explain it. What the fuck did he call it? That's not him. Shit. And we never got Nino on, right? He never got his mic right. Damn, big boss. And Capicu gone. Yeah, I don't know. He said he was in the medical field. He seemed well versed about it, but feel me? I don't know. That being said, that is everything. Let me get to these super chats. I got Keep It Moving. Appreciate you, my man. He's in every episode. He said, at the road, everybody whooping Ortiz at 154. Damn. I got James Benitez. He said, honestly, he should move to 160. No Smoke did. $2 super chat. Another $2 super chat coming through from Keep It Moving Boxing. It's, I always say boxing. It's just Keep It Moving. But he said, Ness, just tell this. Oh, yeah. Oops. That was a long time ago. He said, just tell this Cuban to get the fuck out of here. Nah. I wanted to understand him and try to figure it out. But I just felt like he had unnecessary anger and like, I don't know. It was just, who are they rushing? But I ain't getting back into that. I mean, where they can find you, champ. We up out of here.
King Amina Vessix 1 on Instagram. The championship rounds here on YouTube. King Amina Vessix 1 on Twitter. We'll be back tomorrow live chat. Frank Martin, Alicia Baumgartner.
You know it. All right. Nah, I'm doing all that shit, bro. I'm with the shits. Yo, tomorrow we out.
Arrivederci.
Peace.